Okay, welcome back. Now I'm on page 79. We're kind of right in the middle of page 79. And I jumped down to problem number 2. We're going to use the number lines to solve these problems. So first we have 3/4 divided by 1/8. Here we have the number line drawn for us. Notice it starts at 0, ends at 1, because with fractions we're always comparing back to one whole. Okay, it wants me to break this fraction first of all, it wants me to break this number line into 4 parts. So I'm going to break it right down the center in half, and then I'm going to break those 2 halves in half. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and we're only going to use 3 of the 4 parts. So we're only going to use from here, from this line over, for our problem today, because we start with only 3/4 of this whole. Okay, now I'm going to break this line up into 8ths. I already have it broken up into 4ths, so if I break them in each 4th in half, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. Okay, and I want to see how many 1/8ths I can get in my 3/4. Remember, this is 0 and this goes to 3/4 of it, this line right here, and so I want to see how many 1/8ths there are in just this 3/4. Well, here are all my 8ths. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 1/8ths in 3/4. That's how we solve that problem. Okay, let's jump on to number 3. Again, we have our number line starting at 0 going to 1. I first want to break this up into 5ths. So they have it broken up into 5ths right here. So there's 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5 would be one whole. And I'm only going to use 3 of these 5ths. So there's 1, 2, 3. I'm only using to right here. And then if I want to break 5ths up into 10ths, I just have to cut each one of those 5ths in half. Okay, but again, I'm only going to right here. So I want to see how many 3/10ths are in 3/5. So here is 1/10, but I want to know how many 3/10ths. So there's 1, 2, 3. So all of these together would be 1 3/10, and then 1, 2, 3. All of these together would be 2 3/10ths. So there are 2 3/10ths, or there's 3/10ths twice in 3/5. All right, let's go on to 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Estimate, then write the quotient in simplest form. So estimate first, then find the exact answer and write it in simplest form. Okay. So 3/4 divided by 5, 6. That's about 1 divided by 1, I would say. So my answer is going to be about 1. All right, now let's go ahead and use copy, change, flip for this one. So 3/4, copy the first fraction. The inverse of division is multiplication, and then the reciprocal of 5, 6 would be 6/5. Okay, can we cross simplify? Yes, we can right here. 2 can go into both of these numbers. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 5 is 10. Whoops. 9/10. Yeah, 9/10 is pretty close to 1, so my answer is reasonable. All right, over here we have 3 divided by 3/4, or 3 divided by, that's close to 1, so I know my estimate is going to be about 3. And let's use copy, change, flip again. Copy the first fraction, but I'm going to change it to a fraction. So 3/1 is equivalent to 3. Change the division of multiplication and use the reciprocal of the last fraction. Okay, I can cross simplify here. 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 3 one time there. 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 1 is 1. 4 over 1 equals 4, and 4 is only 1 away from 3. So I know I have a reasonable estimate. Okay, over here I'm going to go ahead and leave 1/2 divided by 1. Okay, is my estimate. And that is going to equal 1/2. Because any number divided by 1 is the number itself. So since I'm dividing a half by 1, I am left with a half. And then I'm going to do copy, change, flip to get my exact answer. Copy the first fraction, change the division of multiplication, and reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. Cross simplify, 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 4 twice. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3, and 2/3. So 1/2 as a decimal would be 0.5, and 2/3 as a decimal would be 0.66, repeating. So yeah, those are fairly close. All right, let's go to my last one. 5/12 is about a half divided by 3, and that's going to be about, remember we can multiply, that's going to be about 1/6. 2 times 3 is 6, we keep our numerator. So my answer is going to be about 1/6. Now let's find the exact. 5/12, change the division of multiplication. This would be 3 over 1, so I need the reciprocal of that, which would be 1/3. Can't do any cross simplifying. 5/36. Now this is close to 1/6. I know it doesn't look close to 1/6 now, but if this was 6/36, then we could simplify it and it would be exactly 1/6. So this is only 1/36 away from being 1/6. So it is very close to 1/6, but the exact answer is going to be 5/36. All right, I showed you the number line strategy. I want you to be familiar with it, know how to work it, but you do not have to use it on the homework problems. You can continue to use copy, change, flip on the homework problems. All right, thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next video.